Okay, good morning children. Again we will do the science lesson because this is a bigger one. So we have to complete this lesson and then we will go to our other subject because I am reading both science and social, right? So let us finish this one. So this is another part of the same lesson, food, health and hygiene. So food, health and hygiene. Food, health and hygiene. This portion what we will do now is the continuation of the lesson food, health and hygiene. This is one of the part of the lesson food, health and hygiene. So we were discussing different side headings of the lesson food, health and hygiene. So today now also we learned about different things, right? From the beginning we were learning about health, food and its components and all. We learned about the exercises, roughage, this correct posture. You learned about cleanliness. I told you about cleanliness, everything. And next we talked about rest also. How is rest important? Why do our body requires rest? All this we discussed in the previous lesson. Now we will learn about the diseases. This is the other part of the lesson. This is the other part of this lesson. So this is diseases. When I say disease, what do you understand by it? Now disease is nothing that when you fell down and if you get an external injury, that is not a disease. When you fell down and you get hurt, the external injury, that is not a disease. Disease means it is defined as a condition in which a body part or the whole body is not functioning properly. Now it is defined as a condition. Now disease is defined as a condition. It is a condition in which your body part or the whole body is not functioning, or the whole body is not functioning properly. Is not functioning properly, then it is said to be a disease. You understand? So disease is nothing. When you fall down and if you get an external injury or your hand gets fractures, that is not a disease. Disease means something wrong internally. Internally something is wrong with any body part, or the whole body is not able to function properly, then it is said to be a disease. Do you understand? So now when we are talking about diseases, these diseases are again of two types. How many types of diseases are there? Diseases are of two types. Diseases are of two types. Diseases are of two types. So diseases are of two types. Communicable diseases, and non-communicable diseases. So diseases are of two types. What are they? Communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases. So now here we will learn about non-communicable diseases now. We will learn about non-communicable diseases. Non-communicable diseases. Now what do you mean by non-communicable diseases? Means these diseases don't transmit or spread from one person to another. Communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases. Two types of diseases are there. So now we will learn about non-communicable diseases. Now this non-communicable diseases means they don't spread from one person to another. They don't spread from one person to another. So these non-communicable diseases means they don't spread from one person to another. They are caused by due to the lack of food components. They are caused due to lack of food components. You understand? They don't spread. They are not transmitted from one person to another, or they don't spread from one person to another. They are caused due to lack of food components. So the food components which you take, if there are less in, those are caused due to the lack of food components. So for example, if you take scurvy, scurvy is the disease. This is caused by the deficiency of vitamin C. Scurvy is caused by the deficiency of vitamin C. Scurvy means you will have swollen gums and bleeding gums. Your gums, you know, teeth are fixed in the gums. So when you brush your teeth, sometimes the blood comes out, your gums will be swollen. So this deficiency of vitamin C causes scurvy. So vitamin is what? One of the components of food, isn't it? So in that way, non-communicable diseases. Diseases are being divided into two types, I told you. Communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases. So non-communicable diseases, they don't spread from one person to another person. They are caused due to lack of food components. For example, scurvy is caused by the deficiency of vitamin C. Now, these non-communicable diseases are also known as deficiency diseases. These non-communicable diseases are also known as deficiency diseases. What are they called as? Deficiency diseases. These are also called as deficiency diseases. Non-communicable diseases are also known as deficiency diseases. What are they called as? They are called as deficiency diseases. Now, deficiency diseases means if you don't take the required component of a food, if a person does not take that required components in his or her diet, then this leads to malnutrition. And what is malnutrition? So these non-communicable diseases are also known as deficiency diseases. These are also known as, now, the person suffers from this disease due to lack of the components in his or her diet for a long period of time is called as malnutrition. Now what do you mean by malnutrition? Malnutrition means you don't get particular type of component that is required in your food or in your diet. For a long period of time, it is malnutrition. Nowadays, you see the African countries, Sudan, Siberia and all, there is a lot of poverty there and the children there are not able to get proper food. So if you see those children, it is very sad condition. So this UNO is there, no? United Nations Organization. These are helping those countries a lot so that each and everyone in that country gets food. Because of malnutrition, many small children are dying because of hunger. So there are many NGOs, non-gazetted organizations are there which are helping those people to get out of hunger. WHO is also working, World Health Organization. UNO is there, no? United Nations Organization. That is also working for those people. Even in India, there are some places, where are remote places where there is a lot of malnutrition, where the children, you can't find growth in them and these children are dying out of hunger because of this malnutrition. So they are not getting all the components of food and which is making them, or so there is another NGO, Save the Children, isn't it? They are all, helpline is there. They are asking to call to that helpline so that you can donate some amount monthly to that helpline. If you are in a good condition, we can help, we can donate so that there will be no poverty or there will be no children who die lack of food. So this is about the malnutrition. Now there are some deficiency diseases. How are they caused? Deficiency diseases, how are they caused, what are their symptoms and the sources in which those vitamins are available and the sources which we get these type of remedy of these diseases. So here we will learn about some diseases. Some non-communicable diseases are there. How are they caused? What are their symptoms? And the sources of vitamins and minerals. Now, first of all, we will write the disease. Then disease. Next is the caused by deficiency of. Caused by the deficiency of. By the deficiency of. How it is caused? Caused by the deficiency of. Next is the symptoms. Next is the symptoms. Sources of vitamins and minerals. Sources of vitamins and minerals. Sources of vitamins and minerals. So disease. So we will learn about the disease. First one is night blindness. Night blindness. Caused by, how it is caused? It is caused by the deficiency of vitamin A. What are the symptoms? You can't see clearly in a dim light. In dim light. Now what are the sources available here? Sources of vitamins and minerals. Green leafy vegetables. Green leafy vegetables. Carrot. Milk. Now how many of you have the habit of drinking milk? Yes, you are small children, you should drink milk. So, green leafy vegetables. Do you all have green leafy vegetables which are very good for health? Carrot, raw carrot. Last year we introduced, isn't it? Vegetable day, eating raw vegetable. You are bringing carrot and all, you are eating carrot, raw carrot, isn't it? So, raw carrot is very good for health and it has lots of vitamin A. So, if you eat lot of carrots, daily one carrot, weekly twice, thrice you can eat in that way. If you don't like daily, eat weekly thrice. Like that you can eat. Green vegetables, make it a habit of eating green leafy vegetable at least twice a week. So in that way, milk. You are having the habit of drinking milk, that is good. 1 cup of milk or 1 small glass of milk you can have daily. Because you are small children, you are growing children, your body will require all the components, isn't it? That is why cultivate the habit of eating green leafy vegetables, raw carrot, have milk. So, night blindness. Night blindness is caused by the deficiency of vitamin A and you can't see clearly in dim light. So that is the symptoms. If you eat these green leafy vegetables, carrot and milk, that will solve the problem. Next is beriberi. Now another disease, the second one is beriberi. Now this is caused by the deficiency of vitamin B. So this is caused by the deficiency of vitamin B. Problem of indigestion. What are the symptoms? It causes problem in indigestion. So it causes the problem of indigestion. So it causes the problem of indigestion. What you have to take here is you have to take milk, eggs, cereals. So milk, eggs, cereals, green leafy vegetables. And green leafy vegetables you have to take. So next one is beriberi. So first one was night blindness, next is beriberi. This is caused by the deficiency of vitamin B. So in this you have problem of indigestion. So the things that require here are milk, eggs, cereal and green leafy vegetables. So green leafy vegetables you eat it. So many problems will be solved because of these leafy vegetables, cereals you eat, milk anyway you are taking egg. Egg also you make a habit of eating egg twice a week or thrice a week. If you are not eating egg, you cultivate the habit of eating sprouts. You know sprouts, molecule under green gram, pestle. So that the molecule వచ్చిన తర్వాత sprouts, after you get that sprouts, if you eat one handful full of green sprouts is equal to the proteins it gives equal to an egg. So that is why if you are not eating egg, you are a vegetarian, you can eat sprouts, isn't it? So that is also giving, it will give you the equal amount of protein which an eggs give you. So in the same way, here beriberi is a disease which is caused by the deficiency of vitamin B, problem of indigestion, milk, eggs, cereals and green leafy vegetables. If you eat this problem will be solved. Next is scurvy. We have talked about scurvy, isn't it? Scurvy. This is caused by the deficiency of vitamin C. Bleeding gums, swollen and bleeding gums. Swollen and bleeding gums. Swollen and bleeding gums. Here, where do you find this vitamin C mostly? In amla, oranges, lemon. Amla, oranges and lemon. Amla, do you know what is an amla? Do you know? Usrikaya. Have you seen usrikaya? Do you eat usrikaya? Yes, that is a good source of vitamin C. So vitamin C, scurvy is caused because of the deficiency of vitamin C, swollen and bleeding gums. You know, your teeth is fixed in your gums in the mouth. So the upper part of the teeth is called as gums and these gums become swollen and they bleed when you brush it. So that is why if you take the food items which are rich in vitamin C like amla, oranges and lemon, this will improve this problem. They will solve this problem. So in this way, this vitamin C, scurvy is caused by the deficiency of vitamin C. The symptoms are swollen and bleeding gums, amla, oranges and lemon. Next is rickets. So next one is rickets. Fourth one. This is rickets. Rickets is vitamin D. Deficiency of vitamin D. What happens here is your bones become soft and bend. Bending of the softening and bending of bones. Bones become soft and bend. Soft and bend. So they become bent. Legs you see, they bend like this bow shape they get it. So that is rickets. And vitamin D deficiency causes this type of disease where your bones become soft and they bend. So milk and milk products. What are the things that you must eat? Milk and milk products. Milk and milk products you must eat. So milk, anyway you are having milk and milk products. What are the milk products? Curd. Curd is a milk product. Butter is a milk product. Isn't it? Cheese is also a milk product. So in that way, if you take milk and milk products, this problem will be rectified or this problem can be solved. So you are getting rickets. It's caused by the deficiency of vitamin D. Bones and become soft and bent. And if you eat milk and milk products, this problem will be solved. Next is anemia. Anemia means next one. Anemia. Now what is this anemia? Next problem is anemia. Now, how about vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D? Deficiency of all that, how to solve the sources of vitamins and minerals. Now again we have come to the end of this is known as anemia. Here, iron. If your body is not having sufficient quantity of mineral, that is iron, this will cause anemia. Now what are the symptoms for this? Weakness. Weakness, you feel very weak. Lethargy. Lethargy means laziness. You don't feel like doing anything. You have dark circles around your eyes. Lethargy, dark circles. Dark circles around the eye. Dark circle around the eyes and loss of appetite. Loss of appetite. Loss of appetite means you don't feel like eating anything. So that is loss of appetite. Again here green leafy vegetables and meat. Green leafy vegetables. So green leafy vegetables are a must. You eat green leafy vegetables, you will be very healthy always, isn't it? and meat. Green leafy vegetables and meat. So, if you have got anemia, that is deficiency of mineral iron in your body. If you have less of iron in your body, you will feel weakness, you will feel lethargy. Lethargy means very lazy for doing, isn't it? Dark circles will come around your eyes. Sometimes you see, you find dark circles, isn't it? And loss of appetite, you don't feel like eating anything. So, green leafy vegetables and meat will solve the problem. Next is, sixth one is goiter. Now, this goiter is caused due to the deficiency of iodine. Now, iodine, if this mineral is not there in your body, you will get a disease called as goiter. Now, this goiter means swollen neck. You will find that the neck is swollen and improper growth. Swollen around the neck and improper growth. The growth will be not proper. Improper growth you will see. So this is because of the deficiency of iodine. Goiter disease is caused. What are the symptoms? You will find a swollen neck here. This will be swollen, and improper growth you will find improper growth here. So this is and for that you have to eat seafood and salt. Seafood and salt. Seafood and salt. These are the things. If you eat, this problem will be solved. The next one is weak bones and teeth. The next one is weak bones and teeth. The next one is weak bones and teeth. Weak bones and teeth. Weak bones and teeth. Now this is caused by the deficiency of calcium and phosphorus. Calcium and phosphorus. Weak bones and teeth. These are caused by the deficiency of calcium and phosphorus. So here we have unhealthy teeth, weak bones, unhealthy teeth. Symptoms: unhealthy teeth and very weak bones we have. If there is a deficiency of calcium and phosphorus in your body, you will have unhealthy teeth and weak bones you will have because of this deficiency of calcium and phosphorus. So milk and green leafy vegetables will solve the problem. Milk and green leafy vegetables. Green leafy vegetables. You have to eat a lot. So green leafy vegetables everywhere it is written. So green leafy vegetable is very good for your health. So cultivate the habit of eating green leafy vegetables. So we saw something. All these are non-communicable diseases, and how are they caused? What are the symptoms for that? And what are the sources of vitamins and minerals with which you can rectify this? Now, in addition to these, sometimes what happens is you cough, sneeze, isn't it? Sneezing, coughing comes to you, or some rashes on your body appear, isn't it? Sometimes you start sneezing, sometimes coughing, sometimes you find different type of rashes on your body. So what are all these? Those are known as, you are not used to those. Your body is not accustomed. Your body will not tolerate these things. So those things are said to be, they are exposed to dust, you get this. You are exposed to dust or something like that, or some type of food material, your body will not be able to adjust, and those type of things are said to be allergies. Sometimes you cough, sneeze, isn't it? And sometimes rashes appear on your body because of the dust. If you are dusting, the dust will come out, you start sneezing. So your body is not used to that type of thing. Sometimes you eat some type of food material, and that food material may not be suited to you. So if it is not suited to you, some type of allergies appear. So that is said to be an allergy, and that allergies are also, because this is due to the sensitivity of your body. So those type of allergies are also non-communicable. So allergies are also non-communicable. These are also non-communicable. So these allergies are also non-communicable. Now, for example, so this is about this allergy we have learned about the non-communicable diseases, and there are two types of diseases I told you, communicable and non-communicable. We have learned about non-communicable diseases. We learned the table in which I told you about the different diseases, their different vitamins, their symptoms, and how can they be rectified. Next we have talked about allergies also. Next we talked about obesity, eating too much, developing lot of fat, which leads to obesity. So this is all about the non-communicable diseases. Next there is another part, communicable diseases, that will be learned in our next class, right? Up till then, goodbye, take care, have a nice day.